Hey there, welcome to this new video. In this video we will be building the connection to our database, but before you do that, we first have to address one issue. So in our last video we coded our event and command handler, but every time we restart our bot, it will say that the commands have been edited, which is not good. So in order to fix that, we will have to go to our utility function called commandComparing. The problem here is that the command comparing compares two objects, the registered Discord command and the local command. As you can clearly see, the registered object is way different from the local object. So first we will be cleaning the object by removing all the undefined, null or empty arrays. And then we will be normalizing the object by putting all the necessary properties into one template like this. So in order to fix that, we have to make adjustments to the code. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna throw all of this away and then just rename this to these, since that's what the next code is based off. Then we are gonna go and make a function and what this function does is it will take two params and then it will stringify the params and check if they're equal to each other. If they're not, it will say that it's been changed. So first we are gonna check if the name has been changed. Like this. And we're also going to check if the description has been changed. If any of these two have been changed, we will be returning true. Alright, so we are going to write this. So we are gonna be passing in two functions here which are not created yet, and we are gonna return the options changed. So we are gonna check if the existing is equal to the local. If it's not equal to each other, it will be changed, and so there will be a true right here. And now we are gonna write this function. So we are gonna go and clean the object first, like I explained before, and then we are gonna normalize the order. And we're gonna loop over the keys in the object. And what this means is that if we have an object, like here, this is an object, and if you have, for example, a name, this will be the key to the object name. So we are gonna loop over all the keys in the object, and then we are gonna check if the type of that key is equal to an object, like this. By the way, if you're wondering how I get the auto-completion, I have an extension called tab9 which makes auto-completion, and also the formatting is done by the extension called prettier, as I mentioned in the previous video. Okay, so now if this is true, we will call this function with the object key, and then if there is no object key, or if the object key is an array, and the array has a length of 0, which means that the array is empty, since if you have an array, this will be a length of 0, and once you add like anything or name, just anything, it will be a length of 1. You can do add more, it will be a length of 2. That's how an array works. So if it's 0, it's empty, and if that's all true, we will delete the key. And then we're also going to check else if the object key is equal to undefined, we will delete the object key as well. So now that that's being written, we will be writing the normalize object. We will check if it's an array. If so, we're first gonna map it. Then we're gonna write the normalized template. So this will be the order that the object will be in. And we're going to check if there's an input.options. If so, we will normalize the input.options as well. If there's none, we will set it as undefined. And then the last will be the input.required. And then we are going to return the normalized item. So now we have the input, and we will pass on the we will make the template using the input properties. So the type, name, description, and it will be always be in this order. If there is no cmd.options, we will be returning a using a empty array, and we're gonna map over this. Defining the cleaned option, and then we're gonna check if the cleaned option dot options is there, we will set the clean option dot options equal to the normalized object clean option dot options. Oops, we don't need that yet. So if the cleaned option has a property of options, we will set the clean option dot options to the normalize object of the cleaned option dot options. Else, we will set the clean option, since there is no dot options, equal to the cleaned option normalized. And then we will do this, and we will return a spreaded as well as choices. And if there are clean option dot choices, we will return a JSON that stringify dot choices dot map. else we will just set it as null. Alright. So with all this, we can open up the project folder, click in this, type cmd, enter, start up the bot, and if it all works right, you should see no edited, which is good. So it will not automatically output that the command has been edited. Then we are gonna put this aside and we're gonna check if we change the, for example, the description, it should output that the command has been edited. Same for the, if you have a subcommand group, you should be able to change the name of the subcommand group and it will be edited. Alright, you can see if we just restart it right now without editing anything, it shouldn't be outputting anything, which you can see. As well as in just a single subcommand, we can change something, it will be edited as well. And then let's say we have, for example, no subcommands, just one option. It will be edited as well. And if we, for example, change something in here, it will be edited as well. So that should resolve all the issues we had before. So if we restart it, we didn't change anything, so it doesn't output anything. If we do not want to register it, we can just do deleted is equal to true, and it will be deleting the command from the registry. Now it should be registering it again. So now if we create one extra command, for example, name this example 2, it should be registering this command as well. Alright, we have a better working command comparing and fixed the issue. So with all this being fixed, we can just move on to the connection. And we are gonna go to events, ready, console log, and we are gonna change this up. We are gonna require mongoose from the mongoose package, which we haven't installed yet, as well as get the mongo URL from our process.env.mongo URL, which we haven't defined yet either. We're gonna go to the command prompt, close the bot, and we are gonna type npm install mongoose. And then to get your link, we will be going to the MongoDB website. As you can see, it has been installed, by the way. And then here we are going to create an account. So go try free. And you can sign up with Google or with your credentials. So once you've went through the onboarding, you should come up to a page something like this. And if you have not done so already, you can build your database. You will select the free option. You can just remain the name like this. I don't know why it set America for me, but I'll set it to Frankfurt for better ping. Oops, I don't want to see that. And then we will be creating the database. And also we want to add a user to it, so I will do DNS testing 1, 2, 3, then create user. With this user you will be authenticating for the connection string, which will be shown later, and then make sure to add this to be able to access the database from like another IP address or a hosting. And then you can just click finish and close, go to database, click here, connect, and then you can copy this string, and then you want to go to your Visual Studio Code, go to .env and create a new variable called mongo URL, and then paste the link in. And then I'm going to change this to the username of the user I just created, so DNS testing, and then change this to DNS testing 123 because that's the password I created, and then you have your link. So now we are going to move on back to the connection, and here we are going to write if there is no Mongo URL, we will just return because we don't want to do anything if there's no URL provided. Otherwise, we are going to set the strict query to true. And then create the connection using a await. And for that, we have to make the function asynchronous. And then mongoose.connect with the Mongo URL. And then pass in the keep live true, so it keeps the Mongo connection open. And then if the Mongo connection was successful, we can create a new console log, just have it as info and then green. For example, you can choose whatever color you want, and then connect it to the database. Alright, so now if you start up your bot, it will show a token invalid for me. I'll take a look at that real quick. I think it's because I added the slash on accident on the end of my token, so you shouldn't be having this issue. So I'm restarting my bot right now. And then you see, oh, it's deprecated, so we don't really need this option. And for this, we can honestly, I think we should be able to just place it right there to shorten the code a bit. And now, as you can see, your bot has been connected to the database. By the way, I am showing my token in the video, but you shouldn't be doing that. I'm resetting the token after the video, but you should never share your token with anyone. Alright, once you've done all this, you will be able to utilize your database, so we can go and use the database in our next videos. And in the next video, we will start working on the moderation system. If you have any questions or if you run into any errors, you can join the Discord linked in the description. And if you're interested in buying the source code of this video, you can find a link to the Patreon in the description as well. Thanks for watching.